welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you some of my favorite Swiffer cleaning hacks. So make sure that you stick around to the end of the video to get all of my best cleaning hacks. And if you are new to the channel, please go ahead, hit the subscribe button. I'm on the way to 2,000 subscribers, and I would really appreciate a follow if you find this video helpful, enjoyable, motivating, whatever. Anyways, without further ado, let's get right on into it.
Okay, you guys, so the very first hack that I'm going to be showing you is how to clean your windows with your Swiffer. And as you guys can see here, it is winter where I am from, and I definitely do not want to be going outside, getting on a ladder, and cleaning my windows in the dead of winter. But they definitely need to be cleaned. We've had some warmer days here, and snow started to melt a little bit here and there, and I've noticed just some runoff coming onto my windows, so I definitely want to clean them because they're getting pretty streaky. So all I'm going to do is remove my screen. I'm going to wrap my Swiffer with a towel, and I'm going to use some of my DIY window cleaner, which I do have the recipe for. I'll leave it in the description box below. It is from my vinegar hacks video that I shared with you guys last week. So I'm just going to wrap my Swiffer with a towel, and then I'm just going to remove my screen and stick my Swiffer outside, and you can use it to maneuver and clean your windows. It is super easy, and this is definitely a really good hack for you, especially if you live maybe in an apartment building, you're up on a higher floor, you can't get outside to clean your windows. This definitely is a great hack for you. Okay, so the next trick is pretty similar to the first one, and that is to use your Swiffer to clean your walls. Now, this works for both cleaning up high or down low. If you have troubles bending, you can use it to clean the lower part of your walls, and if you have troubles reaching up high, if you're short, if you don't want to stand on a chair or you don't have a ladder, this works perfect. So you just spray your cleaner. Once again, I used my DIY all-purpose cleaner, which is linked in the description box below in my vinegar video. And you just use your Swiffer, wrap it in a towel, and get to it. And this is the absolute easiest thing to do. It is definitely the easiest way to wash walls, and it doesn't make it seem like such a chore. Because whenever you think of washing walls, like whenever I think somebody says they got to wash their walls, I'm like, oh my goodness, that's like an all-day thing. And it definitely is not with this. It is such an easy trick, and I use it all the time. Okay, guys, so like I was telling you earlier, what I always do in order to save a ton of money is I just use cloths, towels. You can get microfiber cloths. I just cut up old towels and I use those for my Swiffers. And it's so super easy, and it saves you tons of money, because if you think about it, those cloths that you have to buy specifically for the Swiffers, they're so expensive and you always have to buy them. So if you do this, it is way easier, way cheaper. Plus you get to help save the environment a little bit, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? So what I'm doing is I'm just going ahead and cutting them to size. I'm also just cutting out some other just regular rags, but I'm just going to go ahead and cut some out, and they will stick right into your little, on the Swiffer, those little, what are they even called? I don't know, those little divots where you tuck the towel in. They will sit right in there. But if you're having issues getting them to stick in there, you can always just use an elastic band. That's what I do. It works really, really well, and I have no issues with it staying on. Okay, so to kind of piggyback off of that last hack, I'm going to just take a bunch of these cloths that I cut up, and I'm going to soak them in my DIY all-purpose solution, which once again, you can find the recipe for in my last vinegar hack video. I just made a batch of it and I put it in this big tub. I'm just going to soak these towels in there. I'm going to leave them in there. You can store them for however long, as long as it's an airtight container, it's not going to dry out. And then you have your own wet cloths. So once again, you get to save money and the environment by not continuing to purchase their wet cloths, because they're so expensive and they're not good for the environment. and they're not even good for you because there's tons of chemicals in those things that you do not want to be wiping your floors with. So go ahead and make yourself a batch of this, and you just put it on exactly the same way. You just go ahead, put a rubber band over it. I used hair elastics because I didn't have rubber bands. It all works just fine. In fact, I think hair elastics probably work a little bit better because then they won't, with the rubber of a rubber band, sometimes you can kind of snag yourself. So it works great. I have no issues with streaking or anything like that. It works absolutely phenomenal. And once again, you can just go ahead and store it for future use. Just make a whole batch with a bunch of them at a time and store it for future use later on. Also, remember that you can use this for your Swiffer wet jet as well. You just have to make sure that you leave an opening there for the little wet jet particle so that your water can squirt through, or your cleaning solution can squirt through. But yeah, same thing. Just use your towel and use your hair ties to tie it around. It works beautifully. No issues at all. So for the final hack, I'm going to show you guys how to hack your Swiffer wet jet so that you can use your own cleaner in their cleaning bottles. So as you guys may know, it is extremely expensive to buy their cleaning solution, and once again, it is not very good for the environment, good for you. It's got lots of chemicals in. So all that you have to do is to take some really hot water. I boiled it and then let it cool off a bit. Let your bottle soak in there for a little while, like 5 minutes, and the lid will come right off with no problems. It is absolutely crazy. Then you can go ahead and pour in your own cleaning solution. Once again, my DIY cleaning solution. I'm just going to go ahead and pop that in there, and then you can reinstall it into your Swiffer wet jet. No problems, and use whatever solution you want. You can use your favorite homemade solution. You can use a different store-bought solution. Whatever you want, you can use to clean your floors, and it works wonderfully.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really hope that you enjoyed my Swiffer hacks. Let me know in the comments down below if you learned anything new or if you enjoyed the video. I hope you're having an awesome day, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't